Meet me at the top floor, baby, coming up, girl, I'm over. Meet me at the top floor, baby, coming up, girl, I'm over. Know you see the wheels on the thing downstairs, don't worry, we gon' slide. Hanging with a star tonight, see me better when we up this high. Know it's kinda crazy, but baby, believe it with all three eyes.
Hey,
KJ the designer.
how you doing? How you doing? Let's get it. Oh, I'm so glad to be here.
You know, pull it over there.
Okay, yeah. You need me to get this?
Right on your leg.
Right on my leg. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me figure out how I'm about to do this. We good?
Bam.
Alright,
How y'all doing, man? This is your main man Tony Red here, OK Forever Publishing, Doja Told You Radio. We're here with KJ the designer, one of the biggest up and coming designers in Jacksonville, Duval area, in the South period. And she here to go through the Red Room. So, you know, the Red Room is usually for music artists and stuff like that, but today we gotta switch it up because, you know, we got a designer here. We're still gonna keep it the base, same questions, but I might switch it a little bit, okay? We also gonna get to her particulars at the end. So, KJ the designer. Matter of fact, let me stop. I'm moving too fast. We got sponsors. And Doja's Southern Bistro, Forsyth Street. Get there. That Lemonade Cafe, Beach Boulevard Flea Market. Get there. Uncle Gene's Soul Food, Timber Corner Road. Make sure you get there. Tell them Tony Red sent you. Okay. 10 questions on the Red Room. Number one, all these questions are asked to everybody the same. We're gonna flip yours just a little bit. Okay. Why did you become a designer?
It's always something that I wanted to do. Honestly, designing has been a passion of mine since I can remember. When I was younger, I used to always like draw. Back in the day, you remember when we was younger, they had catalogs or whatever.
Definitely.
You know, when we came up with the catalogs, they'll come to the house. And my older sister, she would get like the Victoria's Secret catalogs and a lot of stuff like that. So I would get them and I'd see them and I just started drawing stuff out of them. Okay. It was a hobby then, of course. I ain't know, like, you know, how serious it would get, you know, when you grow up. But yeah, it's kind of been around since I was young. I've always liked fashion, always liked styling and just being creative.
Y'all see the drip. You see the drip. That's all her.
Yeah. This is one of my older prints. This is like a couple of seasons ago. But yeah, it was. I felt drippy today. I wanted to stand out. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Number two, who were your favorite designers growing up? Like, what did you wear?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna be absolutely honest, right? Nigga, I ain't have a lot coming up. So like when, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Moncrief, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So like, when I came up, a lot of shit was hand-me-downs. And just shit, thrift stores and stuff like that. And honestly, like to this day, that's something I still enjoy. I don't consider myself a label person, like big brands that everybody know about, I don't consider them my favorites. But what I would say, if I would say I had a designer that inspired me, would definitely be Vera Wang was a real Vera Wang was a big inspiration.
Okay.
And it's this designer, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, it's called Issey Miyake.
He got this spray, the cologne, right?
He got a cologne too.
Okay,
right? Yeah, but he's a designer also, and what he was like an engineer before he got into designing.
Okay.
So what he did once he got into the design field was he started using engineering techniques into his designs, and he creates some of the craziest shit. So
that's the Red Room first. Check out that knowledge, man.
Yeah. He was a beast on that, taking technology and fusing it into fashion and creating different types of textiles and shit like that. So that was a big inspiration for me too.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Rihanna was a big fashion inspiration for me. Kind of later on in my years. Yeah, I love Rihanna and just her.
Lord have mercy, I love her too.
Just her foresight, like the way that she fused her music and her upbringing in music and tied it into her love for fashion.
Shows is
oh my goodness, every last one of them. Like, she's a very, very big inspiration to me fashion wise, because I don't feel like she lost herself. Like, You know what I'm saying? She's still her, and she just know how to incorporate that shit into her fashion, and I absolutely appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Number 3. So this question I ask artists, I like, is your paperwork complete? So with you being a designer, I don't know how that really works, but I see this woman putting out stuff like I put out music. So how do you tell the new designers coming up what's the first couple steps they need to do to get going in the same direction that you did?
Okay, so what I would say when it comes to design, it's a very wide field. And the approach to how you become it could happen any type of way. I mean, you got people that never see college a day in their life, and they come out and they design, and they just build from that. So when it comes to fashion design, I feel like everybody's journey is kind of unique. I took the college route, even though I had already had a passion for it and an interest in it, I still wanted to get like the more fundamentals and the techniques and
definitely.
you know, just kind of understanding like just kind of understanding how the industry itself works. So that's the route that I took. But it's so many I'm talking about dumb successful designers that ain't never seen school or never see school. They self-taught. So I feel like it's all taps into your passion for it, the willingness to be creative. That's the biggest part.
Find your way.
Definitely. You have to find what works for you, and
no one way is going to work for everybody.
And that's so true, especially with fashion, because everybody wear clothes, and I say this all the time. You got billions of people on the face of the planet, so who you might like or who you might vibe with and think the style and the design is unique, that's who you go for.
Yeah.
Some people think my shit is hideous. Like, some people really do think like I don't like my shit.
Know your demographic.
Yeah, you got to know your demographic. So you get out there, and if I had to say that, be creative and don't be afraid to just step out there if it's something you really, really want to do.
Yeah.
Of course, you got the logistic side of it and the paperwork and all of that stuff, but don't let that creativity in you die if you got a vision for it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Number 4. What are your goals for the next 5 years?
Ooh, expanding. I think that's my biggest goal going into the next few years. I definitely want to get Haute Couture out there a whole lot more, get it on more eyes, and just kind of get outside of the local area that I'm in. So that's one of my biggest goals. Another goal within the next few years, a very solid clientele.
Yes.
Solid clientele. And just, honestly, they're my biggest 2 focal points right now. Expanding and really gaining it to a point where I have a solid clientele. I don't want my creativity to diminish at all. But,
freedom.
Yeah, I definitely want that for myself over the next few years.
Freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Number 5 is an artist question, so I'm going to switch it up.
No, I want to hear it, though. Because I like music too now.
Okay, if in a deal, are you happy with the deal? So that don't apply to
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite textures and fabrics to work with?
Woo. My favorites by far have been like brocades. It's like a woven fabric.
Purple brocade, like
that.
James Brown said.
Yeah, so you see those suits, like when you see suits, and sometimes you see it where it's like it look one way on the outside, and then on the inside it's like the inverted.
Okay.
But the way that the texture is, like, it's just good to work with. It's good to maneuver. When you apply heat, it's a really good fabric, and I think like it brings a person in. Like when you see a tailored suit or something like that, you look at that and you just like, damn, that shit just hitting in all the right spots.
Y'all
Like,
feel that passion?
yeah, man, like
about the fabric.
Oh yeah.
Some of y'all ain't passionate about your own damn drawers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. See, number 6 is what local DJs plays your music. So I'm going to say, what local event tour or whatever they would be called, showcases you as far as your line, and really spotlights you.
Whew. Okay. It's a few. Like it's a few, and just because it's fashion, it's a little different. It's not stationary for the most part. So what I would say to answer that is just like fashion shows, any fashion show that I'm in, they're very, very big on showcasing designers' skill and talent. So this past year, well this year actually, around the summertime, I did a show called Bring 'Em Out. Fashion show called Bring 'Em Out. And it was just the exposure that came from that, and just more people in the city seeing who I am and what my brand is about, seeing my skill when it comes to my designs. Like I got a lot of love and a lot of feedback from that, and that was a big stage that kind of just got me a little exposure to other people, other brands in the city, because there's some dope designers in the city.
Give them 2, 3 of them. This your interview.
Oh my gosh. Island Couture for sure. Island Couture is one of the dopest, like when you talking about custom made apparel. And this ain't no shade to nobody, but as a designer, just like an artist, you already know like it's certain things that apply to certain stuff when it comes to your field. There's a lot of clothing stores and a lot of boutiques and a lot of stuff like that that have good stuff, but a lot of people don't understand when you're talking about custom-made designs and store-bought designs, it's a totally different dynamic.
And we can tell when y'all come in the club that it ain't custom. We can tell it ain't Island Couture when y'all come in the club, because y'all right. We just gonna tell you.
Yeah.
All jokes.
So it's just like, you know, with custom-made, that's stuff that's authentically created, either from an inspiration, a design,
it make you feel good.
Anything like that.
Tailored and custom.
Yeah, tailored and custom, and it's a custom, and it's just like it stands out. I know everybody say that they don't want to look like everybody, but a price comes with that. So when you're talking about my brand, Island Couture, that's what I'm about. I'm all for custom made, but you know what I'm saying? It's other brands in the city like that too. So you got, oh man, I love this dude, man. That damn Tim Marley from Maniac Clothing. He's another custom-made designer in the city, man, and that brother is so talented. I mean, when I'm talking about his artwork and his skill is insane. It's so insane. Like, he's another dope one. It's so many of them I'm trying to think. So you got Arminius. Arminius is another brother in the city who does like custom tailored suits. So when you're talking about weddings and events and stuff like that, he fired too. Then I'm trying to think. It's so many of them.
We ain't giving all the people all the love. They got to come up here to the Red Room and get the rest of the love.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. So shout out to Tim for sure. Brother Tim, man, that's my boy. And then my other brother, if I can shout out one more brother, because it's his heart. Like I love his heart and just his passion for what he do. And that's my dude. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to run through these brands. Damn, bro, I'm so mad right now because I can't get his name out right now.
We with you in spirit, player.
But his brand. Oh man,
it's gonna come back to you.
It's gonna come back to me. It is. Like, I'm so mad I can't think his name, because that brother is such a pure-hearted brother, for real.
Okay, I gotta know. Give me a story of a time when someone tried or took advantage of you in your industry.
Oh man.
Like I said, this cost this much, and it really ain't cost that much.
I think I had an instance where, and a lot of people don't understand, like, people just don't want to pay. A lot of people don't want to pay, and that's just me being honest. A lot of people don't want to pay, and if you don't, it's okay for you to say, that's a little too pricey for me, I'm gonna look somewhere else. Yeah. But I think I've had an instance where I went through this whole process with this person, and
made it and everything.
Nah, I didn't make it, but I was like going through the process where I was going step for step with this person. They was calling me to get information, when in like truly they never were going to come to me in the first place. Yeah, I've had it happen a lot of times. A lot of people try to call me for my expertise and to get information on what to get and how to get it, they don't want to pay for it, so they'll try to, like, I used to do free consultations, and I had it happen a couple of times where a lot of people will take advantage of that consultation and won't proceed with me, so they'll take all the information from the consultation and then go somewhere else.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? That's real
So
freak energy.
that's I don't like that, because it's just like, I used to offer free consultations, but I don't do it anymore because I've had people stand me up. So when it comes to consultations, it used to be something that I wanted to do just to be kind and stuff like that. But of course, as the economy changes, I mean, I've had people stand me up during appointments, so I'm at the appointment and it's supposed to be a consultation, you don't even show up. I call you, you don't show up. So it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I can't let you keep treating me like a sucker, so now I gotta charge you to even meet with me.
Yep, it gets to that point.
And that's how it is. I mean, you gonna have the ugly ones that's in there with the good ones, but I think those were kind of like the worst things. But you just kind of grow from it, and you just gotta, you can't meet with me unless you're paying a reservation fee.
And see, that's how we get to that point where we don't.
And that's how we get there. A lot of times that's how we get there. And I tried not to do it, but it's a lot of people that don't understand that.
Y'all will run outside the community, and you got your own people right here. If you don't protest the people outside of your community, why protest the people in your community?
Ooh, that's rough, bro.
You're not supposed to get a discount on everything. Support, pay your money, and keep that relationship going. It's not about a discount, but you can't tell everybody that. Number 9. What have you done in your community lately or ever?
In my community,
as far as giving back and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, I'm in the process of working on something right now. I'm supposed to be in partnership with a magazine company, and we have a gala coming up on the January 29th.
Okay.
So what I'm scheduled to do is create garments for this gala. Okay. And the garments are going to be auctioned off, and all of the proceeds from the gowns or whatever I make is going to go to breast cancer awareness and cancer awareness.
I hope I get an invitation.
Yeah, I haven't been posting it yet, and it's crazy, like, for real, because I got 2 wonderful events that fell on the same day.
Okay,
so it's like
the next one is gonna be huge.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm trying to get everything out, but all of it's like 2 different events happening at the same time. And then when you doing what we doing, pushing information, you don't want to confuse the people. Like, you don't want to confuse people. So I'm gonna start. You're gonna start seeing like flyers and stuff about it over the next couple of weeks. But I'm just trying to do things as they come.
You need music. You let me know.
Oh, absolutely.
We gonna fully support you over here.
Listen, I love that. Like, I always try, and that's another thing, like, collaboration is a very, very big thing.
It's key to networking in the city.
Oh my goodness, I love collaborating, especially with musical artists.
That's
you
what
already
this show
know.
is really about. Like, talking to the local people who could be on another level, but just haven't got there just yet.
Right.
I'm tired of having to go outside to Atlanta or go down to Miami or all that crap just to get a buzz. We're gonna start taking over these radios. We're gonna start taking over all these blogs, this content. Every chance I get, I'm gonna be somewhere promoting local talent and local flavor. I don't want to hear none of them algorithms playing all these people that I have nothing in common with.
Right.
I want to hear the people right here in this city, help them make it so everybody can eat.
Before I answer, never forget clothing. That's what it was. Never forget clothing.
See, we told you,
brother. You want, like, bro, for real. Never forget clothing. I love Never Forget Clothing. That's another good clothing brand here in the city. But to answer the question where you were just talking about like networking and stuff like that, I'm with you 110%. So when it comes to music, I'm a big music head. So when it comes to my shows, promos, videos, or anything like that, I'm always down for new music, local music, networking with artists, because I know that that's very important. My market ain't your market, my crowd ain't your crowd. So if we promoting each other, we've done it before.
Definitely.
So and we gonna keep doing it. So if I got something going on, if I got a show or something, I'm very big on like mixing local artist music and having my models rip the runway to that.
See, my thing is, I'm not rich. So if I can hit the like button, if I can share your stuff, if I can send you to some people who might need your services, that's my way of support. You know, and if I can't go beyond that, I just don't go beyond that, you know. But a lot of people, they get to the point where they won't even do that.
Right.
They'll sit there and look at you all day like, oh yeah, I like what he got going on, but I ain't gonna tell him that because, you know.
I think that's a bad stigma that we as a people got to get over.
And that segues into this last question. Well, the question for last. When it gets like that, you know, a lot of times people get desperate. People start doing things for money that they wouldn't do. So I'm gonna ask you this question: is your soul for sale?
Hell no. No.
You see how fast that was?
No, can't do that. Like, and that's just my beliefs as a whole. I think we're in a place right now where a lot of us are starting to see the truth for what it is.
Yes.
It's always gonna be us versus them. And as long as we continue to support each other, lift each other up, I'm all about uniting with my people. I don't have the energy in me to beef with my people.
No.
I don't have it because I know we don't have nothing but each other.
Counterproductive.
Yeah, so hell no. I don't even like, and I might not be able to even say this on this podcast. I don't even really talk to them people like that. Like,
okay, we ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't even do it, bro.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Bonus question. What do you feel is holding you back from becoming the person you see in your head?
Oh man,
That's 1-2 things.
being honest, sometimes it's just I don't feel like I have a lot that's holding me back. I think that it's just a matter of doing the work until it's your time. Like,
Staying down till you come up.
so if it was any delay, it'll be just kind of losing faith sometimes. Like, sometimes you need that extra motivation to just like, nah, keep going. Even if ain't nobody looking at you, if you feel like you ain't getting a response you want, keep going. And that can be tiring sometimes. Sometimes just be like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm ready to go ahead and do whatever. But I can't, and I say this because it's true, I don't have a plan B when it comes to this shit. Ain't no plan B. Like, this is my passion. I love what I do. So the good days and the bad days, I gotta keep rocking through it until I'm at that point where it's just like, okay, my goals are achieved, and the success that I want, that's what I got.
Committed and convicted in what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the Red Room. KJ the Designer.
Hey.
Let them know where they can find you at, and all these cameras just sitting right here.
All right. So I got a lot going on, people.
Let 'em
Okay.
know.
So if you want to support my fashion brand, you can contact me at www.islandcouturehouse.com. That's my website. You can also hit my social medias, Instagram, Island Couture House. If you want to contact me directly, you can contact me at Big Dreamer on Instagram or KJ the Designer on Facebook. Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
Hold on, I got one more thing for you.
Okay.
Number 9 might do a little time here. Level number 10, you ever gonna shine? Okay. Meet me at the top floor, baby, coming up, girl, I'm over. Know you see the wheels on the thing downstairs, don't worry, we gon' slide. Hanging with the stop tonight, see me better when we up this high. Know it's kinda crazy, but baby, good leave it with all 3 eyes. Meet me at the top floor, baby, coming up, girl, I'm over. Know you see the wheels on the thing downstairs, don't worry, we gon' slide. Hanging with a stop tonight, see me better me make change. Dolly told me bring mama, she gon' mukbang. Put her on the balcony, she threw up a game. Say she see so far with a close range. As I walked up slow with a close aim. Yeah, pretty little picture tore it out the frame. Told her hell how she feel being presence of herself. Afraid to her God, I ain't loosened up my belt. Okay, baby, open all 3 eyes and tell me who you see. Don't see the queen in yourself, but you see the God in me. Something wrong. Don't see the queen in yourself, but you see the God in me. Don't see the queen in yourself, but you see the God in me. Something wrong.